The medical investigator saying an autopsy shows 65-year-old Arakawa died of hantavirus, an infection spread by contact with rodent droppings that can be deadly in roughly 40% of cases as fluid builds up in the lungs.
The couple's bodies were found at their home in New Mexico last week, along with one of their pet dogs. Authorities previously said they did not suspect foul play.
The 95-year-old alone for several days after his wife, Betsy Arakawa, died first in their Santa Fe home.
Silence. A weapon wielded by those who understand its true value. Gene Hackman, a name that once echoed through the gilded halls of Hollywood. A face that launched not just films, but financial empires. And then the silence. A void so profound, it spoke volumes about the true nature of power. Was it a simple retirement, a peaceful retreat into obscurity? Or was it a calculated dismantling of a meticulously constructed throne, a strategic withdrawal from a corrupt system? We're not here to dissect the fading embers of a star, but to expose the crumbling foundations of an empire built on illusions and sustained by a web of deception. A deception that ran deeper than any character he ever portrayed. A deception that involved the very fabric of Hollywood's financial and influential core. 2004, Mooseport, a final performance, a final act in a carefully orchestrated play. But what unfolded after the credits rolled? A silence that resonated like a seismic shift in the power dynamics of Hollywood. The man who could command multi-million-dollar paychecks, who could dictate terms to the most powerful studios, simply vanished. No farewell tours, no lucrative tell-all memoirs, just a ghostly departure, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Imagine the contracts he tore up, the endorsements he relinquished, the vast network of influence he severed. Not a gradual fade into obscurity, but a surgical strike against the very heart of the Hollywood machine. Was it a protest against the golden handcuffs, a rebellion against the suffocating control of studio executives? Or was it a calculated repositioning, a move to consolidate power beyond the reach of the prying eyes of the paparazzi and the relentless scrutiny of the media? The whispers began, swirling rumors of health issues and disillusionment. But behind those whispers, a more intricate story emerged. A man who understood the true currency of Hollywood, not fame, but control. Control of his image, control of his narrative, control of his legacy. He wasn't merely retiring. He was strategically dismantling his share of the empire, withdrawing his capital, both financial and influential, from a system he deemed corrupt. He was pulling the rug from under the feet of those who sought to exploit his talent, his name, his very essence. He was playing a long game, a game of strategic retreat and calculated disruption. San Bernardino, a childhood marked by hardship, by the stark realities of survival. The Marines, a crucible of discipline and resilience. A life forged in the fires of hard work, not bestowed by privilege. He wasn't born into the gilded cages of Hollywood. He clawed his way into the spotlight, and along the way, he witnessed the intricate web of manipulation, the puppet masters pulling the strings, the financial machinations that fueled the industry. He understood that Hollywood wasn't just about artistic expression. It was about power, about control, about the relentless pursuit of profit. And he refused to be a pawn in their game. Imagine the lucrative deals he turned down, the roles he rejected, the compromises he refused to make. He wasn't just an actor. He was a rebel, an iconoclast, a man who saw through the illusions and refused to be seduced by the allure of fame and fortune. He saw the smoke and mirrors, the manufactured reality, the carefully crafted narratives, and he refused to play along. He understood that true power lay in walking away, in reclaiming his autonomy, in refusing to be manipulated. He understood that silence could be his most potent weapon, a tool to disrupt the very system that sought to control him. Popeye Doyle, a force of nature, a symbol of raw, unbridled power, a man who understood the price of control. Little Bill Daggett, a master manipulator, chilling presence, a man who knew how to wield power with ruthless efficiency. Lex Luthor, a brilliant mind, a strategic genius, a man who understood the intricate dance of power and influence. Each role a reflection of the man himself, a glimpse into the strategic mind that lay beneath the surface. He wasn't just acting, he was revealing the truth, exposing the inner workings of power, the mechanisms of control, the financial undercurrents that drove the industry. Imagine the contracts he negotiated, the deals he structured, the influence he wielded behind the scenes. He wasn't just a pawn. He was a player, a master strategist, a man who understood the rules of the game and knew how to bend them to his advantage. He wasn't just building a career. He was building an empire, a network of influence, a financial fortress built on talent, integrity, and the unwavering refusal to compromise. And then, he walked away, leaving that empire to crumble, to reveal its inherent weaknesses, to expose the fragility of its foundations. Santa Fe, a sanctuary, a fortress, a place to consolidate his power, away from the relentless scrutiny of Hollywood. Not a retirement, but a strategic repositioning, a move to establish a new power base, a new network of influence. He wasn't just finding peace. He was building a new empire, an empire built on privacy, control, and the unwavering refusal to be manipulated. Imagine the investments he made, the deals he structured, the strategic partnerships he forged. He wasn't just living a quiet life. He was building a legacy of independence, a legacy of control, a legacy of financial acumen. The rare sightings, carefully orchestrated glimpses into the life of a man who refused to be defined by Hollywood, a man who understood that true power lay in anonymity. He wasn't just fading away. He was becoming a ghost, a legend whispered in the shadows, a symbol of resistance against the corrupting influence of fame and fortune. A legend that spoke of a man who refused to be bought, who refused to be sold, who refused to be controlled. A legend that spoke of a man who understood the true price of freedom, the true value of silence. His silence, it exposed the cracks in the empire, revealed the fragility of the illusion, the vulnerability of the system he had once dominated. He wasn't just walking away. He was pulling back the curtain, revealing the strings, exposing the puppet masters, laying bare the financial machinations that fueled the industry. Imagine the deals that fell apart, the projects that collapsed, the power that shifted in his absence. He wasn't just retiring. He was triggering a domino effect, a chain reaction that would shake the foundations of Hollywood, expose the corruption that lay beneath the surface. He showed us that true power lay not in clinging to the spotlight, but in having the courage to walk away, to dismantle the very system that sought to control him. He revealed that the empire wasn't built on talent, but on manipulation, on financial exploitation, on the relentless pursuit of profit. He showed us that the true currency of Hollywood wasn't fame, but control, and he took back his control, leaving the empire to crumble under its own weight, to reveal its inherent weaknesses. We sought the whispers, the fragments of stories, the glimpses into the man who changed the game, who disrupted the status quo, who challenged the very foundations of Hollywood. The people who saw the strings, who understood the manipulation, who witnessed the disruption, they spoke of a man who refused to be a pawn, who refused to be a puppet, who refused to be a slave to the system. They spoke of a man who understood that true power lay in independence, in integrity, in the unwavering refusal to compromise. Imagine the impact, the ripple effect, the legacy of disruption. He wasn't just a movie star. He was a revolutionary, a silent disruptor, a man who understood the true price of freedom. He left behind a legacy that challenges us to question the system, to challenge the power structures, to challenge the illusions that surround us. He left behind a legacy that reminds us that true freedom lies in taking back our control, in refusing to be manipulated, in building our own empires on our own terms, in reclaiming our autonomy from those who seek to exploit us. Gene Hackman, The Silence. It resonates. It echoes. It challenges us to see beyond the illusion, to understand the true nature of power. He wasn't just an actor. He was a master strategist, a silent revolutionary, a man who understood the true price of freedom. His silence isn't just an absence of sound. It's a statement of defiance, a testament to the power of control, a reminder that true strength lies in walking away, in choosing your own path, in refusing to be a pawn in someone else's game. And in that silence, we find a profound truth, that the greatest power lies in taking back our control, in refusing to be manipulated, in building our own empires on our own terms, in reclaiming our autonomy from those who seek to exploit us. He showed us that the true value of silence can shake the foundations of even the most powerful of empires.